Hey, I'm Ryan. This is my accent. It's not much at the moment. She's being in the build. As some of you may know, I brought this car 3 years ago as an already turboed car and had nothing but dramas since. So this is the last and final build. If it's not right this time, it's being sold and parted out. So I've got to do it right. So, with the mods, I have done a full rear disc conversion utilising proton wearer calipers and discs. It's a great, nearly direct bolt-on kit to be able to keep the car as standard as possible. I've kept the accent hubs, but as you'll see here, I've actually had to machine a small spacer. It's only about 3mm thick. This is so that I was able to position this central to the hub spigot. I did have to machine the accent hub just slightly to remove some material to be able to get this in to work. As you'll see, or you may not see, there is a couple of washers there just to pack it out, but otherwise it all bolts on direct. Now, I have also done a while ago white line adjustable sway bar. I've also done new sway bar links. Now, some of you may know I've done a full, or I'm in the process of a new fuel system for this car. It's a one-off. It has a custom-made return setup into the fuel filler neck. You cannot go into the return line, or I should say, the car does not have a return line, hence why I'm doing this. You can't go into the breather because it will not work. I have a 1.5 litre custom surge tank made up, utilising a Bosch 044 pump as the secondary pump. Intank, it has a Walbro 255 litre one. As you see, it's got all pretty braided lines, all name brand fittings. Underneath the car, it has full solid lines made by myself using the aluminium fuel line that you can buy off the shelf. It's quite easy to do. You also notice there as well there's a battery cable. That's because the battery is in the boot. Has a 3-inch mandrel bent exhaust, and I am putting on also a 2.5-inch Garrett cannon muffler on the end. Interior's been somewhat stripped for handbrake cables at the moment and access to the fuel pump. Setup for the computer and dash. Turbosmart EBoost2. At the moment, it's got no motor. I live in Kingston, so some bloody person stolen it. Nah, I'm not kidding. It's being rebuilt. Come from this side now. So we've got the Turbosmart EBoost2 boost controller, EMS Stinger ECU, and it's Pioneer roof mount, and a full kicker stereo. Now the motor. I have quite a few motors sitting around here. These are just dummy parts I'm just fiddling back together. At the moment I'm in the process of doing a new drain onto a new sump. Problem being at the moment that because of how low my turbo is mounted, it's going to have an uphill, so I have to make a custom bracket here. This is all going to be tossed. I've got to make a new dump pipe. That's off the last setup. Manifold I'm still going to keep with a Turbosmart Ultragate 38mm wastegate. Now, this block I'm actually using, this is going to be the final block. This is just a spare head, which I have for sale. in the for sale section. But for those people that are interested, it has inlet valves, no exhaust valves. All pressure tests are good. I have the new head to go on. It should be able to make in excess of 350 horsepower, but I'm not going to go anywhere near that. And as you can see, I have an array of parts, gearboxes. That's the last motor to come out, which utilised a 3mm copper head gasket instead of a deco plate and 2 head gaskets. It's quite a good setup, but you do need to use ARP head studs for it. Now, for those that are interested, to run ARP head studs, you'll notice in a few posts I've said you'll have to relieve where the inlets are, for where the bolts are. Now, if you've ever pulled one apart before, you will know you'll need to have special long series Allen key to get it out. To be able to get in between each of the lift ribs. What you need to do with this is, because ARP uses nuts and studs, you have to relieve this area here. You have a diagram up, get a machinist to port it out for you. You need to get the smallest socket you can buy that will fit these. The smallest I've been able to find is about a 16mm in diameter, and they're a 10mm washer and nut setup. And that's about it. The new setup will have this brand new Garrett T28 Disco Potato turbo, all very nice. It has 63 pound or 610cc injectors. Obviously, it will have the full setup. It has custom made CP pistons. I'm not pulling them all out, but there's CP pistons in there. It has custom PAR rods. That's all the fittings that I'm going to be using to finish this off. Notice I've got proper T-bolt clamps instead of normal hose clamps. For the gearbox, well, it's a bit of a mystery what I want to do at the moment. I'm tossing up whether or not to buy and build a cog swapper, or to rebuild standard, get the gears shot peened, and then just put a Quaif LSD in. So hopefully she'll be up and running in the next year and a half, 2 years. But in the meantime, we have a wedding to plan as well, so that takes preference. But for those of you who haven't seen the car, who are in America, Puerto Rico, etc., this is my beast. It should be a capable 300 horsepower at the wheels car. Everyday running will be about 150-200. So there we are. I'm Ryan from Hyper Australia, Hyundai Aftermarket. Thank you.